Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye, a special episode. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be covering the worst transformations and Transformers of 2022. At least the ones that I was able to get. Now, the only reason I have any of these is because, well, I didn't realize how bad they'd actually be. I should have listened more to Perspective in whenever he mentioned how terrible some of these are, and, well, that's on me. So let's get right into it. There's not really much hearsay to begin with this, except like leave the comment below telling me what your top 5 worst Transformers were of 2022. Maybe you share some of them, but remember, here on Blind Prime, we focus on transformation. We do not focus really on the whole robot mode, though we do also focus on alternate mode because I think alternate modes are fun. Anybody can make a robot, but not everybody can make a robot become a Volkswagen. It's fun to see how they manage to do it, and that's why I grade alternate modes pretty heavily because, well, if it's a good enough robot, if it's a good enough transformer, then it will have a great alternate mode, a great transformation, and a great robot mode. The robot mode, in my opinion, is the easiest to make. So, if you're looking for robot mode stuff here on this channel, you ain't really going to find it. I'm more on the alternate mode and transformations. So, with all that being said, let's bring out our honorable mention for today, and that's the Bumblebee movie studio series Starscream. This is based off of the Blitzwing mold for a studio series. Now, everybody praises the robot mode, and a lot of people praise the alternate mode. The transformation is unique. It's not a bad transformation. It can be a little tough, but overall, it's a good transformation. That's why it's an honorable mention. What I dislike about this is that its stand holder, that piece that you would attach a stand to, is actually this guy's freaking gun, and the connection point is so loose that you can't display him in his Tri-Fighter mode. And why would I want a Transformer that I can't display in all 3 modes, The Tri-Fighter is one of the coolest modes there is, or is it Tetra Fighter? Anyway, it's one of the coolest modes there is, and I really dislike that this guy doesn't have that. That's why he's number 6, or just an honorable mention. It's that you can't display him very well in his mode. Now, number 5, which one are you? You are not number 5. You are the winner of the action figures. You number 5, or you number 5, or are you number? You know what? You're number 5. Yeah. So number 5 here on the list is, well, he's this guy. Oh crap. Not Breakdown. Oh nuts. There's so many Stunticons. Let's see, we've got Dead End. I have Dead End. Dead End wasn't bad. And then there's Drag Strip, and then there's Breakdown, and with this guy, the mold mate for Breakdown, is he's not really as good of a transformation as I would like, and that's why he's number 5. I can't even remember his name too well because it's transformation. When you compare him to Drag Strip and Motor Master, what is this guy's transformation? What is this Breakdown mold's transformation? It's not fun. That's what it is, and it has this huge frontal area that doesn't do anything. From the windshield, the rear view mirrors onward in car mode, none of that transforms. It might as well just been a parts forming piece that you just took off because that's how much use it is during robot mode. It just hangs out there on his back, and it's just terrible. And it's missed opportunity in the transformation, and it is seriously a shame when they have so much hand holding going on with the Motor Master itself that this figure that becomes part of the leg, is just so bad. When Motor Master's doing most of the heavy lifting for the Metasaur mode with that trailer, this doesn't have to do much at all, but it still manages to crap out, and it's not good. And I really don't understand how it happened when we had so many other great figures in this past year, and this guy's just, and I keep wanting to say Windcharger, but that's not his name. It's gonna mess with me for the rest of the day. Um, anyway, that makes him my number 5. So we're gonna set him over here off to the side, and we're gonna grab up our number 4. Now, number 4 is maybe an interesting one to some, and it's the Bumblebee movie studio series Ironhide mold Ratchet. I have the Ratchet version, and I disliked this Monobu bot. I just disliked him. I disliked the transformation. It wasn't as fun to me as I thought it would be. And this alternate mode is just kind of weak in a lot of ways. It's neat how he compacts down into such a smaller size for a bot of his girth and stuff. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a fun transformation. It wasn't it's not a very fun alternate mode, and it's not a very fun robot mode. It's just not a very fun figure at all. At least in my opinion. You may have a different one, but Ratchet is number 4 on my list. Now we're going to get into the top 3, and these have just been the breakdown mold. He's just a figure that I do recommend getting because you want to finish Menasor. This guy Ratchet, well, if you want to do the Bumblebee series, I guess you can get him. After this, it's going to be figures that I just recommend you don't even pick up. You just don't even touch, don't even mess with. This is me speaking to you as a collector, and also as a person who enjoys transformations and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's make sure we've got them all lined up over here. Yep, we do. So we're going to start off with Kickback right here. Yes, Kickback is number 3 in my figures. I don't recommend him. He's not really, his robot mode maybe a lot of fun to some people, but I don't consider it to be that fun of a robot mode. I don't consider it to be that fun of a transformation. It's actually a pretty crap transformation if you watched my review on it. I don't consider it to be a great alternate mode. Its alternate mode absolutely sucks. It's just a terrible, 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 terrible alternate mode. And no, I've heard people try to praise this thing, and I just there's nothing to praise. Okay, it's a good robot mode, but they just stopped trying after that. They wanted so badly to get the G1 aspect of everything, but a lot of the G1 transformations suck. They were not fun transformations. They were stupid simple, and I never liked that. I like the more complicated transformations, and I was hoping that when we get this guy, he wouldn't have been the original transformation from G1. He would have actually been a more interesting, up-to-date transformation that was, highly interactive and fun. You got these stupid wing things on his back that don't do anything. And they feel like they're made of plastic that could break, but they don't rotate. They just go in a circle around, so he can just have these crazy spike things hanging out around his shoulder. And what is that? Why does that even exist? No, that's why he deserves the number 3 slot. He is a terrible, terrible figure, in my opinion. It's just not fun at all. He wasn't fun for me to play with, and he wasn't fun to transform. He just wasn't a fun figure. Now, number 2 is my number 2. No. Will you be my number 2, or you be my number 2? You know what? We'll do number 2 here because I have a lot to say about the other guy. Number 2 here is the Legacy series Hot Rod that came out this past year. This is not a figure I recommend picking up. It was very poorly done. It's just apparently a reprint of an older figure. It's not made with the plastics that we're used to in in Legacy and Generations right now. This guy is he's not made right. He's very loose, very, very loose, and he's just made with that plastic I despise. You hear me just talk crap about this plastic, but he's made with it, and he is just super, super loose. Look at that. Look at how loose that leg is. That is just... Listen to how loose that leg is. Look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, kick, 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 kick. Okay. Yeah, that's why he's my number 2. His transformation blows. He blows. His robot mode is crap. His vehicle mode is crap. His plastic is crap. Everything about this guy is just crap, crap, crap. And he would be my number 1 if it wasn't for my number 1. This guy would have been number 1 if number 1 that I chose actually was a good figure. So now I know this guy came out in 2021, but I got him this year. And this is the, I think this one is Buzzsaw or something. It's the Kingdom Waspinator mold. I wanted a Waspinator, and I finally got a Waspinator, and I was very thrilled to have my own Waspinator. He was my favorite character from the original show. I loved him. I laughed at his problems all the time. He was just a fun character. I loved Waspinator. He was great. And this Waspinator, that's just crap. I mean, I've got this piece mistransformed over here. I don't even know where it goes. It's just such a crap. Oh, he just goes back across. Just do do does that even? Okay, you know what? You just hang out there like that. Yeah, no, it's a crap figure. I don't like the fact that these insect legs are static. They have no joints whatsoever, and that was unheard of in my opinion. You could have given us joints in every single one of these legs. You could have given us an ability to fold these legs up during robot mode. They didn't need to be hanging out all the time. How is it that the antenna got more articulation than the legs? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And another aspect that I disliked about him was, his transformation wasn't a fun transformation. His insect mode isn't a fun insect mode. His robot mode isn't a fun robot mode. And in addition to all of that, Waspinator's one thing that he's known for is being blown up into bits and pieces. And when you have this entire weaponizer gimmick going on, you have all of these weaponizers. You couldn't make him a weaponizer. You couldn't have made our Waspinator a weaponizer so that we as the collectors could showcase him in many different pieces like he was just blown up, like in the show. All the time this guy's blown up. And then we finally get a nice figure, in the Generation series, we finally get a figure of Waspinator, and you make it where he doesn't blow up into many pieces. And not only that, but you make his transformation just crap. I don't just it upsets me that this even exists. I was I was so hopeful that we would get something so much better than what we actually got with him, and I just dark. I'm just wow. Words cannot describe my amount of frustration at that, and the fact like I'm gonna have to wait again to get a good Waspinator. Like, I want a Waspinator, all right. It's the only Beast Wars character that I actually want, and I haven't gotten one yet. So, all right. Well, that's been my top negative Transformers of 2022. The individuals which I thought were just not fun and not fun Transformers at all actually made me feel negative feelings whenever messing with them instead of positive feelings. And their transformations were crap. Their alternate modes were either crap or the robot modes were crap. Um, especially mono boobs. What is up with the Bumblebee movie figures and having mono boob? I mean, what? Let's see. We got the Starscream here. Look at that. Look at that mono boob going on right there. What is up with that? Who designed these? The person that designed this. What is their focus on so many mono boobs going on in these things? I mean, yeah. Ironhide, Ratchet, and the Seekers all have mono boobs, so that makes them what? Like there's three Seekers out now, and then Ironhide and Ratchet. So that's five figures with mono boob in the Bumblebee movie line. What's going on with that? What's the focus with the mono boob? It's just weird. I don't know why it exists, and it messes with my head. I just That's all I gotta say on that one. Thanks for watching, and please tune in next Prime. Monday we're gonna go over Bonebreaker finally, because I'm tired of not going over Bonebreaker. We're gonna go over Bonebreaker. I'm stoked to showcase Bonebreaker to you. And of course, next week we're going to finish up the Victory Saber videos by showcasing how to turn him into the Victory Spaceship mode and how to turn him into his Victory Saber mode, which if you've watched my top 11 videos, top 11 Transformers for 2022, Victory Saber's in there. So, thank you for watching, and please tune in next Prime. We've got a lot going on next year, and of course, we're going to try our best to keep it below 15 minutes. Our best. We'll give it a try. Yeah, I know Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try, but Yoda never tried anything before. Thanks for watching. Tune in next Prime.